complete is that the multidimensionality of health. I hope all of us want to be happy as well as healthy. When we want to be happy and happy, we cannot achieve that state without the integration of all these four components. Let us take it as a holistic health. And this holistic health point of view, where we Indians can have the pride in saying that we may be the first to see the integration of these four aspects. Although I also believe strongly when Professor Sharma is there, mental health is pride. No health without mental health. I can see the dignity of a psychology person in front of me, where they educate us that how we should take care of clinical model as well as the promotion model. Clinical model as well as promotion model. Clinical model is basically treatment. Whenever there is illness, we try to diagnose, we try to assess, we try to then treat. Where promotion model is the primarily prevention. We cannot afford to have the pure clinical model in country like India, where we do not have sufficient hospitals, sufficient psychologists, sufficient clinical psychologists, sufficient rehabilitation psychologists. So the promotion model is very much necessary. And we can see that the traces of this promotion model in India is already there. Ayurveda. And the theme of the conference, the INDIC healing systems. INDIC healing systems give us the possibility of taking care of all those rich Indian knowledge systems, which can take together by developing the healing procedures. Even friends, if we look at the National Education Policy 2020, they have also taken that we need to have the IPS, Indian knowledge system, and on the insistence of UGC and the National Education Policy, most of the universities they have developed IPS centers. And not only psychology, other discipline of knowledge also try to connect with the IPS systems. But भारतीय ज्ञान जो परंपरा है, इसकी रिचनेस को साइकोलॉजिस्ट जो है बहुत ही नजदीक पाते हैं अपने हार्ट के. Here, I would like to draw your kind attention that how the Indian knowledge system can be used to develop, to retrace, or to relook the original systems of learning as well as treating people. What is nature? Prakriti, because my assignment is also to deal with the Prakriti. Prakriti evolutes. It is the constitution, our body constitution, what we anatomically, physiologically, and psychologically inherent. These are the natural states. And this Prakriti, the first evolution which I find, which I learned from professor of our learned professor of psychology from Mysore University, the Ahamkara. Sir, I know I took your permission and kind guidance when we tried to conduct a study on Ahamkara. The Pra means to start and Kriti is to create. So the initial creation and the first evolution is the Buddhi, Mahat of the Ahamkar. Ahamkar is the I maker, my identity, which made me I. Ahamkara is the nucleus part, which further give chance, further give rise to other evolutions of Prakriti. For example, Triguna, Tridosa. And we also understand the value of five in our life. There are five major elements. There are five senses. There are five, you can say, human values. So if we integrate these different kind of five, it becomes the real Indian psychology. Satya, Dharam, Shanti, Prem, Ahimsa. These are the five life values which are very important in our life. And we are made of five elements. Panchabhut. We all know that. Many of you must be giving some practice also for the study of these Panchabhutas. So, these five elements, five values, और पंच कर्मेंद्रिया पंच जो है वो संवेदनाएं, ये सारी चीजें जो हैं वो हम लोगों को इन पंच भूतों के साथ इंटीग्रेट करके हमारा जो टेम्परामेंट बनता है वो हमारे हेल्थ को जीवन भर के लिए डिसाइड करता है. बट वी नीड टू क्रिएट बैलेंस. We need to create the proper integration of these different evolutions of the Prakriti. These five elements, three gunas, three dosas, we need to understand. And there are enough sufficient empirical data also. Where we have been given the proper understanding that how these three dosas and three gunas, they really create our different constitutional, anatomical, and psychological characterization of our human behavior. How we regulate the spiritual, physiological, and other dimensions of this is personality. We famously know in psychology. We also talk about personality traits. But friends, the configuration of these evolutes, notably the balance of dosas and gunas. It is also give us uniqueness, a unique psychosomatic profile that remains relatively stable throughout the life. And the three gunas which are present in every individual in all fields and matter, and their interplay of these three gunas influence one's mental as well as spiritual disposition. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Likewise, these three dosas also. When we talk about Sattva, Sattva is the purity. Sattva is the wisdom. And this Sattva and the wisdom is the first, you can say, Tiriguna. Rajas is mainly known for its dynamism. People are restless and they are continuously seeking the activity. If we see that which guna is dominating in us, tamas is inertia, lethargy. You can see people dominated by this tamas, they may not be happy with the changes. They are aversion to change. So we have at our stage different studies at the PhD level also, where we have been successfully using some scientific tools to assess the Triguna levels of the person and then assessing their positive health. To our understanding and to our further research, we have come to understand that there is a direct connection, association between Triguna and the positive health. People with high tattva, they are kind, they are having compassion, they are positive, they express gratitude, they also have the build up resilience. Similarly, we have also seen that people with dominance of tamas, they suffer on the mental health. I may not go into those details of research modality because there are certain references which you can go through the literature, and even those some of PhD theses already awarded can be checked through Sodhganga. Friends, this Tridosa are also seen. We talk about that these are the manifestation of Panchbhutas. These Panchbhutas regulate all the physiological processes, and we need to have equilibrium of these three dosas. Ayurveda says what health is. Health is a state where dosas, digestion, tissues, and waste functions are in balance. Similarly, at the same time, the soul, the senses, and mind remain blissfully contented. If we talk about the purely Indian setup, the three horizons of time, say in future, for future if we have the hope, for present if we have the happiness, and from the past if we have the satisfaction of life. Satisfaction of life. हम लोग अपनी इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम में संतोष को बहुत ज्यादा महत्व देते हैं. जब आवे संतोष धन सब धन धूल तमाम. The satisfaction of life is very important. If you are satisfied with your life, the past life, only then you can learn some good lessons from that. You can have the blissful present life. Without hope from future life, you cannot lead that the positive mental health. So these three dosas I want to share with you that for Mark, there is a combination of Vayu and Akash. Means air and space. It is the Vat Gun. Vat dos. Sorry. Then pit, fire and water. Agni or Jal. And for cup, it is earth and water. Prithvi or Jal. So in this way, Ayurveda has given us the understanding that we need to develop the balance, equilibrium. This unique interplay of these dosas, these gunas, our determination of human behavior can be checked. But what is the need? Need is to check the scientificity, to create empirical data, to build up theories which can directly link ahamkara, tridosa, triguna to our holistic health as well as well-being. Because where we are dealing with the disease model, where we may not be able to capture the positive outcome of positive psychology. Because these days, it is the era of positive psychology. But in Indian system, we feel it is not the positive psychology. We have been following the principles of positive psychology since ages. Importance of well-being, holistic well-being, we need to create, we need to develop, and we also understand that repairing is not sufficient. Treating is not sufficient. There is a need to have the consistent and persistent effort to make this possible. Friends, I have tried to touch some of the components which you have been discussing as well as understanding all these issues. I must not come in between you and your lunch because I am virtually and you are physically. So I will take here stop and will seek the wisdom of the grazie of the audience and their feedback and their interest point where I can move further for my further research and studies. Thank you, Dr. Himlata. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for all the valuable information that you have given us. Indian concepts like dosh, gun, and santosh, the importance of it, I hope we will be able to embody it in our lives. Thank you for the enlightenment and thank you for gracing us with your presence, sir. I
We
would,
will close this session or if there are certain interactions.
yes, if any one of you have any questions, we can give that.
Namaste, Navarathan Sharma ji.
Sir, namaskar, namaskar.
I just wanted to know because I have forgotten. You mentioned you took permission. Did you use the tool Ahankara questionnaire for your one of your students' thesis or something? Did you use the test Ahankara question?
Yes, sir.
So can I have some feedback? I mean, like any paper published or an abstract summary of what are the findings, because at last we are preparing a manual and publish it as some kind of a book with the theory and the questionnaire. So I had not done it because we developed the tool, but in the last 3-4 years, there is a lot of interest, and I am getting requests to use that. So I am sending it across to people who are requesting. So now the time has come to, so we are planning, we are on the way to publish it as a kind of a monograph, along with whatever research that has been done on the tool. So I would be grateful if you share the outcome of, the research with particular reference to the concept. So,
Sir,
yeah,
sir, we have one thesis already awarded for the
Okay.
Hamkara concept when we discussed it at the initial stage.
yes,
And I will ask the scholar because I believe I have your email address also.
Yes,
Since you
yes.
are one of our expert in the Indian Journal of Health Psychology.
yes,
So
yes.
I will share those publications, and if I can find the some other publication related, I will share it with you with all my acknowledgement and gratitude to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for sparing your valuable time for our participants. And sir, I'm hopeful sometime in future we shall be meeting you face to face.
I too aspire that because Jodhpur is very dear, and I honor my training with the JNV during seminars, during professor courses, everything.
Thank you so much, sir.
I believe Professor Malik is sitting there.
Uh, Professor Malik, sir, shall be here today evening, sir. Today we are also celebrating our first alumni meet, which is
Okay.
which is going to be the first alumni meet after the inception of the department, sir.
Even I remember my recent interaction with Professor Sharma also. We tried Professor H.P. Sharma.
Yes, yes, Sharma, sir.
Yes, yes. He remembers that I requested him that we will do some workshop at Gwalior on Indian knowledge system. But due to his other commitments in some other institutes, he could not make it. Although he provided me some other references. Thank you, Professor Sharma.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining, sir.
Good job.
जी sir.
Yes.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
So lunch is ready for you all. You have an hour, and we'll again gather here for the panel discussion at 2:05. All right. Thank you. Enjoy your lunch.
Enjoy your lectures. I know you are fasting not.
Leave the content. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's good, sir. If I have got into my practice.
Yeah, तकदीर మీరు ఆంగిత వర్తన్నారు ఈ బ్యాగ్